a lot has happened since the last time I filmed a video. I have a baby. She's not really a baby anymore, but say hi. As you see, I have a daughter now, and yes, my whole life has changed since I've birthed her. So I still wanted to start back making tutorials and doing different things. Today I'm just gonna go ahead and film a very like simple everyday look that I have been doing. I mean, honestly, since the lockdown and coronavirus and stuff like that, I haven't been honestly doing my makeup that much, but when I do get in that mood and I want to do makeup, this is kind of the look that I do on like an everyday basis. For me, it's quick, easy. It's very, very long lasting, which is amazing because you want your makeup to last throughout the day. I still kind of use the same products that I used in my past videos. I already have my I already did my eyebrows off camera. The products that I use for my eyebrows is my go-to e.l.f. eyebrow pencil and the eyebrow tint here for my eyebrows. And if you're interested in seeing how I do my eyebrows, I have a video for that. I'll go ahead and link it down in the description box for you all. So, oh, I also primed my face and I used the Maybelline primer that I always use. I can go ahead and link that in the description box as well if you're interested in purchasing that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go ahead and very first thing that I like to do is go in with this LA Girl Pro Conceal to hide the darkness under my eyes, the little bit of darkness that I have, and then any blemishes. I've been breaking out like crazy, so this is really good at covering that. And this is in the shade the Peach Corrector, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply that. Ooh. Then I'm gonna go in with the sponge. Okay, so I went ahead and just dampened my little makeup sponge so that I can go ahead with the foundation, and I'm going to use the Born This Way foundation by Too Faced. This is just the original formula. I have not tried the new formula, so if you've tried the new one, the matte finish, let me know down below your thoughts of that. Now I'm gonna be taking this concealer from LA Girl in the shade Espresso, and I'm going to be using this as my cream contour. Applied my contour. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply some concealer. Mixing the CoverGirl concealer with some of the LA Pro Girl concealer in the shade Light Ivory. Now I'm just gonna go back in with that brush that I used for my contour and just like go over the places where I contoured again. And then I'm gonna take a tiny bit of concealer and just carve out underneath where I contoured. After I've done all that, I'm gonna take my Coty Airspun powder, and I don't know if it's just me or if you guys think so too if you use this, but I feel like they changed the formula, and honestly I'm not so crazy about it right now, but I mean, I don't want to waste it, so I'm gonna go ahead and just set everything. Now I'm gonna go ahead and set my contour, the cream contour. Just go over it with like a bronzer, and I'm using the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I'm gonna do my blush, and I like to use this NYX illuminating stick first. Like, it's kind of like a cream blush, and then I lay a powder over top. And I know technically you're really not supposed to layer like something cream on top of powder, and you know, I've already set my face and I've done my bronzer, but honestly for me this doesn't like mess my makeup up. So I like to warm it up on the back of my hand. And excuse my brush, it's broken, I need to get a new one. But I just picked that up in this blush brush and go ahead and apply it. And I'm going to be using two different blushes. So the first one, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Blush in the shade Cool, I think it's, oh, excuse me, it's Spice Plum. So I'm just going to take a tad bit of that. A tad bit of that and just put it over top. And then I'm going to be using this ColourPop Super Shock eyeshadow in the shade Animal. I don't think they sell this anymore. I'm very sad because this is so amazing as a blush. And then after I do that, I take some of the translucent powder and I just go ahead and, well, actually I skipped a step because I need to contour my nose. So let me go get that brush. I don't have it with me. Okay, so next I'm actually going to contour my nose, and I use the Hoola bronzer from Benefit. Mine is like a little beat up, so excuse that. But I just like to use this as my nose contour because it's way lighter than the Too Faced bronzer. For highlight, I'm just going to be taking my Carly Bible Deluxe Edition palette and use these two highlighters for my nose highlight. Okay, and then after I do all of that, I don't really like my face to look like dewy like this. I like my face to be matte. So I'm gonna take one of these little triangular sponges and dip it in my translucent powder and I'm just going to set my entire face with it and bake. And then I'm just gonna wipe it off. I only let it sit there for a little while. One thing I love about baking my entire face, especially after using like a lot of blush, is it tones down the blush and it actually changes the color a little bit. So it makes it sort of like a baby pink, which I love. And this actually helps your makeup last and stay all day. And the key to like not looking cakey is just making sure you're not baking for that long time. I have combination skin, so my skin can become very dry at times, and when I used to try the baking method and everything like that, it really did not work personally for my skin because it was just too drying. And what I realized is I was leaving it on there for way too long. So if you just keep it on there for a little bit, you'll be perfectly fine, and your makeup will stay intact all day, and it'll also look very airbrushed. So that's another thing that I love about doing that technique. And after, I just go ahead and like touch up with some of my bronzer, just make sure like everything is nice and blended in. Mash everything together. And I like keeping my nose highlighted like that. It's just a personal preference. I guess so. I'm done with my face, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and do my lips. What I've been using for my lips are these NYX lip liners. They're really good. I typically go for the Kylie Cosmetics lip liner, just because they're super creamy and they last a long time, but I ran out of mine, so I just ran really quickly to the store one day and just picked up some lip pencils from NYX. They're very affordable as well. They are not as creamy, like they're not creamy at all like the Kylie Cosmetics ones. They are more affordable, I would say that. But I mean, if you were to choose one or the other, I would definitely choose the Kylie Cosmetics lip liner. They're just way better. But yeah, so that's what I'm working with now, because again, I ran out, and you know, just sometimes you have to do what you have to do. So I'm going to be using 3 different lip liners from NYX. Using London, just a brown, and then this shade Natural on my lips. then I'm going to be using the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Stockholm. Completed look. So it's super natural, very simple. You're not using a ton of products in my opinion, and it really lasts long. So if you want good long-lasting makeup, try following these techniques, try these products out, and let me know what you think. And yep, until next time, I hope that you guys have a wonderful day, wonderful week, and just stay safe out there during this entire pandemic. Things are getting a little crazy, but don't lose hope. Things will hopefully get better, and until next time.